students. In this video, we are going to study about how hormones will act on female reproductive system. Hormones, they are the chemicals which are secreted in the endocrine glands. So these hormones, in case of females, it will be secreted at the puberty period. Let us study which are the hormones, how they are going to act on the female reproductive system. The first thing coming to here, the puberty period is from 11 years to 14 years in case of females. So the hypothalamus, during that puberty period, it is going to secrete a hormone called gonadotrophic releasing hormone. So now this is a hypothalamus. In the diagram you can find this is a hypothalamus where you can find that it produces a gonadotrophic releasing hormone. It is hypothalamus which is present in the forebrain. It releases gonadotrophic releasing hormone. This hormone in the brain, it enters into the pituitary gland. So this is a pituitary gland. It enters into the pituitary gland and it will act on anterior lobe of pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is having anterior lobe as well as posterior lobe. But gonadotropin releasing hormone will act on anterior lobe of pituitary gland. This is called as anterior lobe of pituitary gland. As it gets stimulated, the pituitary gland will release two hormones called FSH and LH hormones. So this anterior pituitary gland will release FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, and it is going to produce LH hormone. LH means luteinizing hormone. Now coming to the follicle stimulating hormone. This follicle stimulating hormone will act on the ovary. So this is a diagram of ovary. So this follicle stimulating hormone acts on the ovary. Inside the ovary, there are many follicles are present. As we have studied under oogenesis, primary follicles will give rise to secondary. Secondary will develop into tertiary follicle. Tertiary follicles will give rise to Graafian follicles. So here, stage by stage, the follicles will grow. And for that growth and development of ovum, we require FSH hormone. So FSH hormone helps in development of follicles. Later, these follicles will start producing a hormone called estrogen. So follicles also will secrete a hormone called estrogen. So next thing here, this is a diagram which is showing how the primordial follicles will give rise to primary to secondary, secondary to tertiary. Till here we can say how the follicles has been developed. Then next we can see that LH hormone, luteinizing hormone. This hormone is responsible for ovulation. So here we can see from the Graafian follicle, a secondary oocyte is releasing out. So here you can find this is a secondary oocyte. This is a secondary oocyte. This secondary oocyte is released out of the Graafian follicle. This releasing out is possible due to luteinizing hormone. Next is, as soon as this ovum or secondary oocyte is released, so whatever the left out follicles are present, these follicles will develop into corpus luteum. So this is nothing but a corpus luteum. So now we can say that the function of luteinizing hormone is releasing of ova, and it also helps in the formation of corpus luteum. This corpus luteum later secrete a hormone called progesterone. So it is going to produce a hormone which is called as progesterone. The progesterone, it will act on the uterus and it is going to maintain the pregnancy. We can say progesterone is a pregnancy maintaining hormone which is responsible for thickening of the endometrium of the uterus. So now we are going to see a flow chart of this hormonal control. So here we can see the flow chart, how the hormones are going to control. So here we can see hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is releasing gonadotrophic releasing hormone, and later, so this is acting on the pituitary gland as we have already discussed. So pituitary gland, anterior pituitary gland, it is releasing FSH and LH. So both hormones are acting on the ovary. Then from the ovarian follicles, please remember the ovarian follicles will secrete a hormone called estrogen. Then the progesterone is secreted from corpus luteum. So this progesterone will act on the uterus. So now this will be showing a positive and negative feedback. So whenever the follicles has to develop in the ovary, hypothalamus will give signal for the pituitary gland so that FSH and LH hormones will be secreted and the ovum will be developed and ovulation also will take place. But once the estrogen and progesterone hormones are more large in amount, it gives negative feedback. So it is giving negative feedback for the anterior pituitary gland to stop FSH and LH secretion, which in turn also gives negative feedback for the hypothalamus not to secrete gonadotrophic releasing hormone. So that what happens, the ova is not developed. So this is how the hormones will control the female developmental system. So next we can find that what exactly the functions of these hormones. So coming to FSH stimulating hormone, we can say that it helps in Graafian follicle growth, maturation of ovum, and please remember that it helps in secretion of estrogen. And of course, what is the main role of this estrogen? Estrogen is called as a female hormone and it is responsible for secondary sexual characteristic features. So secondary sexual characteristic features means it helps in development of breast. It also helps in menstrual cycle, formation, development of ovaries and then ovulation. Then we can say it results in widening of pelvic region and there will be even a accumulation of fat in thighs. Okay, so these are nothing but the physical changes which are taking place in the female during puberty period, and it is all these changes are formed due to the secretion of estrogen. Next we are going to study the function of LH hormone. So luteinizing hormone, as I told you, it helps in ovulation. So releasing of ova and formation of corpus luteum. Corpus luteum, please remember this is very important. It secretes progesterone. Progesterone is called as a pregnancy hormone. It is called as a pregnancy hormone. And this is called why? Because it maintains the endometrium of the uterus and also is responsible for connecting the fetus with the maternal connectivity. And then we can find actually these two, estrogen and progesterone, they are also helpful for development of mammary glands during pregnancy and throughout the menstrual cycle. This FSH and LH as well as this estrogen and progesterone, all four hormones will play an important role. In the next session, we are going to study about the differences between spermatogenesis and oogenesis.